Hi, my name is Dr. Mike Roussel, and I want to thank you for coming to the seminar on the glycemic index, entitled Glycemic Index, the Carbohydrate Solution That Works, How to Simply and Easily Put 30 Years of Nutrition Research to Work, Helping You Lose Weight and Fight Disease. Now, one of the things that I really want to stress throughout this whole presentation about the glycemic index is it's really just a tool that you can use to help yourself make better decisions in regards to what carbohydrates you eat and when you eat them. And by using the glycemic index and knowing a little bit about it, you're going to be able to make some better decisions that are going to help you lose weight and fight disease, as the title of this talk promises. So first, what I want to do is we're going to go over a brief overview so you can know exactly what you can expect through the duration of this talk. Now, what we're first going to do, I want to cover our main basis here, talking about the glycemic index. So what is the glycemic index? How do they measure it? And then what is this other concept that maybe you might have heard talked about called the glycemic load? To make it a little bit more practical, I want to go through some samples and examples of foods with different glycemic indices. Now, what the glycemic index is and how it's measured and what is the glycemic load is really background information that's just going to give you a good foundation for understanding the glycemic index. I could just easily tell you these are low glycemic carbs, these are high glycemic carbs, eat these, don't eat these. But I think if we can give you just a little bit more information on how these measurements are derived, it's going to give you a better idea and a better understanding and appreciation of how important this is and how it's really grounded in a long scientific history. So after we get through the glycemic index, the basics, we're going to look at the benefits of eating a low glycemic diet. Now, there are all kinds of different benefits, but really I'm going to highlight three regarding weight loss, heart disease, and diabetes. Next, after we're going to move into what are things that can impact glycemic responses. So one of the things we're going to talk about is the glycemic index is a property of the food. It's a property of, say, the rice. Brown rice has the glycemic index, and that's kind of built into the food. But we can change how your blood sugar responds and the glycemic index of these foods that you eat through protein, what you're going to be eating, the rice with. We're going to look at cooking and processing. So actually changing the food is going to change the glycemic index of it. And then also the type of meal. Is this a solid meal? Is this a liquid meal? So there are several different ways, and these are just some things that I need you to be aware about, and then also kind of tricks of the trade, things that you can put into action to help you better maximize your glycemic control. And then we're going to look at practical examples and applications, specifically nutrient timing, which works very well with glycemic index. We're going to give you some sample meals and then also meal plan, how you can put all this together in relationship to the carbohydrates and then also your workouts, just to bring it all together for you so you can really walk away with a practical understanding. So, one of the most important things that I think in nutrition education and giving these seminars and other seminars that I give is to give people practical, actionable steps, things you can actually do to go and improve your life, to make your eating easier or to make your diet more effective at reducing your risk of heart disease or more effective at losing weight. I've spent a long time when I was studying to get my PhD looking at the intricacies, and academics really love to go back and forth about the intricacies of metabolism and biochemistry. And while I enjoy that as well, I think for you it's not very practical. So I always want to bring things back to a practical level. I think it's important to appreciate the science, but then also bring it back to a practical level so you can really apply this to your life and it can make a difference. And then finally, we're going to do summary conclusions and then also some resources.